Hello students, a very good afternoon to all of you and welcome for one more session in ODA's YouTube channel, right? So I hope all of you are doing well. Let me know in the comment box. Are you guys doing well? Yes, a very good afternoon. So today what are we going to learn? Today we'll be continuing the chapter in class 6 chemistry. So that is air and its composition, right? So yesterday we have finished some parts. So today we'll be learning about experiments with air. So which is given in your NCERT also. So yes, are you guys ready for the session? That's great. So before starting the session, let me tell you, now you are in the live class in YouTube channel, right? But after the class, if you have any doubts, right, you don't have my number, you cannot contact me, but you can be the part of ODA family by joining us in ODA app, right? So how you can be the part of family? We are starting the crash course every Monday. So what is this crash course? This is a complete 1 week program where you will be getting 6 chapters in 6 days. Okay, so teachers from IIT and NIT will be teaching you guys. Every day homework will be given. Along with that, 2 tests will be conducted. Most important, we will be assigning you one personal teacher whom you can contact at any time. Okay, whatever doubts you have, not only in ODA homework or ODA class, school doubts, school assignments, school homework. If you need support for your examination, you can contact your personal teacher at any time. And after all this, we will be giving the study materials, that is e-books also, for all the chapters what we are teaching. So how to join the crash course? There is a link in the description box. You can click on the link and pay the fees as per your grades. Okay, it may be 29, 49, 99 or 149. You can check as per your grades and you can complete the enrollment. Once it is done, you will get a call from a personal teacher. Okay, so yes, you can be the part of this amazing 1 week crash course. So yes, let us start the session. Before starting the session, let me introduce myself. So my name is Surabhi Shetty and I am Master Teacher of Science at ODA Class. I have completed my Masters in Chemistry and yes, I was the university topper. I have more than 4 years of teaching experience in which I have mentored international Olympiad rank holders. So this is all about me. So let us quickly see the content of this chapter, right? So this chapter is in your NCERT. Let us quickly see the content of this chapter. Introduction, atmosphere, what are the components of air, experiment 1, experiment number 2, and experiment number 3. So these are the contents which are given in your textbook of NCERT. So yesterday, in the previous video, we have completed this. This is already done. Okay, if you haven't watched that video, you can watch the video also. So yesterday that video was posted, right? So yesterday we have completed introduction of air, what are the uses of air, and what is atmosphere, what are the layers of atmosphere, and what happens in which layer. All these things we have covered yesterday. So today we will be learning about components of the air. What is air made up of, what is present in the air. We will be solving some questions. Along with that, we'll be performing some experiments and we will see why that experiment is happening, what is the result of the experiment. These things we'll be doing today. Okay, so yesterday we studied what is air. Air is a mixture of gases and we learnt about properties of air, right? It exerts pressure in all the direction, not single direction, in all the direction air exerts pressure. You can give the example of water bottle, empty bottle you can give, has mass and volume. You can give the example of balloon. Yesterday I had explained this. And of course, air occupies space. Again, you can give the example of balloon and it is tasteless. You can't taste the air. It is colorless. You can't see. And it is transparent. Again, you can't see the air, right? So these are the properties of the air which we have learned yesterday. And we started learning about atmosphere also, right? So what is atmosphere? It is like a blanket of air, very thin blanket of the air which covers the earth. As you can see in the picture, this is our planet earth. Around the planet earth there is a thin blanket of air. This is nothing but our atmosphere? I hope it is clear. Yes. And can you tell me how many layers are present in atmosphere? Atmosphere is divided into how many layers? Can you all tell me? Atmosphere is divided into how many layers? Okay, that's very good. Very good. Yes, you guys are correct. Atmosphere is divided into five layers, and I have given in order wise here. The first layer, troposphere, it is very thin layer, and air density is high here. Okay, high air density you can write because this is the first layer and most of the air is present here. High air density. Okay, high air density in this layer. And stratosphere, the second layer where aeroplane moves, right? Aeroplane is present here and there is no fluctuation in the waves, right? And mesosphere, which is the coldest layer, right? And thermosphere, which is the hottest layer, you can say. And exosphere, it is the last layer. And after this, everything is space. Okay, so these are the five layers of atmosphere. Here, air density is very high. As you go up, what happens? Air density is less, very less. Air particles are very less, and that is why the mountaineers, the person who climbs the mountains, they carry the oxygen cylinders because as you move up from the earth's surface, the air density will decrease. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, so now let us see one question. Yesterday in the previous video also we have solved many of the questions from your NCERT textbook, and today we'll be continuing with some questions as well as other concepts. Okay, how is air important for life on earth, right? What do you think? So according to this question, with air there is life. Air is equal to life. If air is not there, life is not there. How you can justify this? Can you answer, anybody? Yes. I'll give you 10 seconds. Can you try to type in the comment box why or how air is important for life on the earth? Because earth is unique planet, right, which has life, but how air is supporting the life? Can you tell me? Okay, very good. I can see some students are writing few points which is correct. Very good. Let me tell you what is the answer here. Air is important for life on the earth. Yes, because of the following reasons. The reason number one, it plays an important role in water cycle, right? So water cycle is very, very important to get the rain, to grow the crops, to get the food. So it is very important in water cycle. It helps in the movement of sailing yachts, gliders, parachutes, and aeroplanes. Air helps in transportation, you can directly say. Okay, air transport is the fastest transport, as you all know. Next comes the water transport. For the all those things, sailing of boats, sailing of yachts, everything requires air. Then it helps birds, bats, and insects to fly. Just imagine if there was no air. If I was a bird, when I fly, I would have fallen down because air helps in flying of birds, bats, and some other insects, right? It helps in dispersal of seeds and pollen of flowers of several plants. That means it helps in plant reproduction. It helps in plant reproduction. Along with that, of course, it helps in our breathing purpose also. I hope all of you know this. We need oxygen to breathe. Along with that, it helps in photosynthesis where plants need carbon dioxide, right? So without air, there won't be any life because first thing, plants would die, and without plants there is no life, right? Plants will provide or give us oxygen, so without oxygen we cannot live. So without air there is no plant, and without plant there is no life. So indirectly it is connected. Without air there is no life. I hope it is clear, right? So next we will move on to the next part, that is actually the composition of the air, right? What is air made up of? I told you that, okay, air is a mixture of gases, but which gases are present, right? So air is primarily a mixture of three gases. How many gases? The primary mixture of three gases, main gases. Okay, so that is oxygen, number one, which 21% oxygen is present. Number two, that is nitrogen. Highest amount of nitrogen is present in the air, that is 78%. and we have carbon dioxide, that is 0.03%. So this is a common question: which gas is abundantly present in the air, right? Most of the students have seen they write oxygen, right? No, oxygen is the second highest abundant, you can say. The first one is actually nitrogen, because 78% of the air consists of nitrogen gas. Then comes our oxygen, and then comes our carbon dioxide. Along with that, there are some extra gases as well. We will be discussing about that, but don't worry, these are the primary three gases: oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. Can you remember this? Oxygen 21%. This is also very important, the percentage. Oxygen 21%, nitrogen 78%, and 0.03% of carbon dioxide. Is it clear to all of you? That's great. Let us study one by one. So why nitrogen is important? I told you that. How many percentage? How much percentage? Type in the comment box how much percentage of nitrogen is present in the air. Very good. Yes, superb. Superb. Yes. So we have 78% of nitrogen present in our air, right? What is the use of this nitrogen? 78% is there. What is the use? First thing, it helps in nutrition. Have you ever heard of nitrogen fixing bacteria? Yes, the nitrogen fixation which happens in plants, nitrogen fixing bacteria like rhizobium. Have you heard of these bacteria? Exactly. For the plant nutrition, it is also the building block of proteins, nitrogen. Along with that, for the plant, it is very important. So the plant roots, which are present under the soil, they have these nodules, if you have seen this. Have you ever seen plant roots having this nodules? These nodules contains bacteria, nitrogen fixing bacteria, usually rhizobium bacteria. Okay, so this will fix the nitrogen from the air in the form of nitrates, nitrites, all these things. Okay, first thing for the nutrition, and of course, nitrogen is the building block of our protein as well, right? So amino acids will form chain together to form the protein. This amino acids has the protein inside it. So that is very important. Second thing, it is used for industrial applications, right? How many of you love to eat junk like, Lays, Kurkure, Bingo, all these things, right? Exactly. So if you have seen, especially the Lays packet gets trolled for that, right? So इतना बड़ा पैकेट में इतू सा लेस मिलता है बाकी सब हवा होता है yes that is which gas is stored here that is actually nitrogen because nitrogen can keep the food items fresh these stored items right so the gas which is present in lace packet kurkure packet bingo packet all these are nitrogen gas which can keep the food fresh it will store the food the food will not get spoiled so first one for nutrition purpose in our body also for the proteins and in plants also nitrogen fixation is very important and second one industrial application by for storing the food items all these things is it clear to all of you that's great now coming to the next two other primary gases that is oxygen and carbon dioxide how much percentage of oxygen is there can you comment in the comment box quickly very good some of your commenting wrong also. Please check that. 78% nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, right? Sorry, wait a minute. 21% of oxygen. I hope you know this, right? 78% nitrogen, 21% of oxygen. What about carbon dioxide? How much percentage of carbon dioxide is present in the air? That is 0.03%. Okay, so 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen and 0.03% of carbon dioxide. So now why carbon dioxide is important? As I told for photosynthesis, right? So what is photosynthesis? The process where plants prepare their own food. So for making their food, plants will not use ingredients like salt, pepper, cheese, vegetables, no. They will use only three ingredients: sunlight, which comes from the sun, water which comes from the rain, and third thing that is carbon dioxide which is present in the air, right? So they will take in carbon dioxide and they will produce oxygen, right? And this oxygen is used for breathing purpose. We are breathing the oxygen, right? We are breathing the oxygen which is produced by the plants. But for the plants to produce oxygen, they need carbon dioxide, which is present in the air, right? Second thing, for carbonification, yes, we do carbonification of many substances. For that also, we need carbon dioxide. And coming to the usage of or application of oxygen, yes, we need it for respiration. We take in oxygen and we produce carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is again used in photosynthesis, right? So we have the mutual understanding, humans or living beings, or animals and plants. So plants give us oxygen and we give the plants carbon dioxide, right? And of course, oxygen is used for burning. So we will do one experiment also for this, right? So oxygen is the gas which is required for burning purpose. If there is no oxygen, you cannot burn a candle or anything. So this is the photosynthesis. See here, carbon dioxide goes in, and with the help of sunlight and also water, right? Two products will be formed in the plants. One is glucose, which is stored in the fruit, stem and everything. So that is why fruits are sweet in taste. Second one, that is oxygen, which is used for respiration or breathing purpose. I hope it is clear, right? So this is the composition of air, the primary three gases. As I told, there are some extra gases, right? So in that extra gases also, we can divide it into two parts. One is non-pollutants, that means these are safe. They will not cause any harm for us. But there are some pollutant gases which are dangerous for our life. Okay, primary gases, they are nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, and carbon dioxide 0.03%. In other percentage which are remaining point something, so that is actually extra gases. That extra gases may be safe or may be dangerous. Safe gases are non-pollutants and pollutants are dangerous gases, right? See here, non-pollutants means water vapor. We all know about humidity, right? So water in its gaseous form, that is called as water vapor, that is also present in the air. It will not cause any harm for us. And then we have inert gases. What do you mean by inert gases? They will not react with anything. They're very silent, very calm. Whatever might happen around their surrounding, they're like, no, I don't care, right? They're just inert gases. They will not react. They will not react at all. So they are not harmful for us because they are not reacting with any other gases, right? So helium, argon, and xenon. Helium, argon, and xenon are the inert gases which are present in the air. Now coming to the pollutants or dangerous things, smoke is present, right? If we breathe smoke, it can cause pneumonia as well. Dust particles are present, and we have SO2, NO2, CO, that is sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen dioxide, right? Carbon monoxide is very, very dangerous actually. So these three gases are which is very dangerous for human health, not only human health, all the other living beings as well. So this you should remember, okay? This is very important. What are the pollutants which is present in our air? That is sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and NO2, that is nitrogen dioxide. So see here, SO2, right? Two oxygen is present, so that is why we are writing it as dioxide, okay? But CO, only one oxygen is present, so that is why writing it as monoxide, okay? So whenever it is two, you have to write dioxide. For example, carbon dioxide. Here it is carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide, two oxygen molecules. I hope it is clear, right? So now let us study about water vapor, these extra, right? So water vapor is safe, it is not pollutant, it helps in water cycle because this water vapor will condense to form clouds. For the cloud formation, it is very, very important, right? Let me tell you what happens, how it happens, right? So water will be present in river, sea, and everything. So due to the sun's heat, this will get evaporated. It gets evaporated, and the liquid will be converted into water vapor form. And when it goes up, the temperature decreases. So this gaseous form, again it will condense to form the cloud. Okay, it will form the cloud. Yes, so that is why water vapor is very important in cloud formation, and this process happens, that is called as condensation. Okay, water vapor will be converted into liquid again. Then it is very important for weather. Yes, and as I told, it forms clouds. It makes clouds in water cycle. Now, presence of dust in the air, as I told, this is very dangerous because this is the pollutant, right? So find a dark room and torchlight. Okay, let us do one experiment. Just go to a very dark room and just put a torchlight like that. Switch on the torch and notice in the beam of light. So as you can see here, sunlight is coming through the window in the dark room, right? Whenever you put a light in the dark room, will you see the air is completely clear or you can see the dust particles? Yes, tell me. What you can see? As you can see in the picture, is it completely clear or you can see small particles? Exactly right. There is not clear. You can see small particles flying around in the beam of light. It is not like only in this part the particles are present. No, everywhere the particles are present. As it is dark, you cannot see the particles because here there is a beam of light, maybe sunlight or torchlight. That is why you can see the particles flying. But dust particles is present everywhere, right? So the dust particles reflect the light of the torch and are thus very easily seen. Why you can see the dust particles only in the beam of light? Because the dust particle will reflect. That means, for example, just imagine this is a dust particle. Okay, when the light falls on this dust particles, it will just bounce back. Bouncing back of light after hitting the surface is called as reflection, right? So when the light comes, maybe sunlight or torch, what happens? This light will bounce back. So that is why dust particles are seen. I hope it is clear, right? Let us solve one question. Explain why air is considered as a mixture. Why it is called as mixture, right? Why? Of course, the air is considered as mixture because of the following reasons. Air consists of many gases like oxygen, 21%, nitrogen, 78%, carbon dioxide, 0.03%, right? Along with that, the composition of the air varies from place to place. As I told, when you are at the lower altitude, you have high air density. When you start moving up, the air density will decrease. So that is why it is called as mixture of gases. What is the composition of air? What is air made up of? This is very important. I have discussed this several times. If you need the exact amount or percentage, nitrogen is 78.09, oxygen is 20.95. This we can approximately write it as 78. This will be 21, and carbon dioxide, it is 0.03 to 0.04. Other than that, there are other gases like traces of helium, water vapor, argon, xenon, all these things, right? So this is a composition of air. Moving to the next question, how do plants and animals help each other in the exchange of gases in atmosphere? I told you that we have the special bonding, right? Plants and animals. How is that possible? Plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen in the process called as photosynthesis. They need carbon dioxide and they will give us oxygen. Animals inhale or intake this oxygen and give out carbon dioxide to the atmosphere in the process of respiration. Again, while breathing, we take in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide, which is again used by the plants for photosynthesis, right? So this is how plants and animals help each other in the exchange of gases in the atmosphere. So two processes you should remember. One is photosynthesis by plants. Second one, respiration by human beings or other animals. I hope it is clear to all of you, right? Let us move on to the next question. Why does the transparent glass of windows, if not wiped regularly, appear hazy? Can you guess the answer for this? This is very easy. If you don't rub any of the surface, right, it becomes hazy. Why? That is because of the dust particles. I hope you know this. The dust particles present in the air stick to the transparent glass of the windows. These particles also attract other elements like pollen to collect on the glass. That's why transparent glass of the windows, if not wiped, appears hazy. So this is the window. As I told, in air there are dust particles which cannot be seen by our naked eyes. But yes, like in a dark room, it cannot be seen. But when there is light, what happens? It will reflect and we can see the dust particles. That dust particles will accumulate on the window, and if it is not wiped properly, it becomes hazy. Yes, is it clear? Okay, now it's time to do some experiment. Yes, I will explain it nicely. You can try by your own. Okay, first experiment, I told you that burning needs air, right? Without air, without oxygen, there is no burning. Burning cannot be done. So let us try that. You can try at your home. This experiment is called as inverted jar experiment, right? So this is jar which is inverted, ulta, right? Tumbler you can take, glass tumbler. You need one candle, you need a plate, and you need a bit of water. Okay, what you should do? Step one, take a candle, a glass tumbler, a plate, and some water. These are the requirements. Step two, add few drops of watercolor in the water. Take a plate, I mean, take a water and just add few drops of watercolor. You can add some ink also. Fix the candle in the middle of the plate. Take a plate, fix the candle in the middle of the plate. Light the candle and pour the colored water in the plate. Now what you have to do? You have to light this candle and you have to pour the colored water on this plate. This is the step. And the fourth step, now cover the burning candle with the tumbler. Now what you have to do? After you light the candle, now you have to cover it with the tumbler. You just have to take a glass and cover it with the tumbler, right? So what happens? Let us see. What will be the result? This is how you should do. Take a plate, put a candle, add the colored water, and put the jar inverted, right? The column rises. As you can see, the water is going inside. Can you see here? The colored water. That is why we made the watercolor so that you can easily observe. The water rises inside and candle goes off. The fire will not be there. The candle goes off. Why? Observation 1. Here the oxygen present in the air trapped inside the glass tumbler is consumed in the burning of candle. Whatever oxygen was present at that time the candle will burn. After some time air is not coming because it is completely closed. Oxygen is not there, so that is why burning not takes place. The entire oxygen converts into carbon dioxide. Oxygen is converted into carbon dioxide. Since carbon dioxide does not assist in combustion, the candle stops burning. I hope it is clear to all of you, right? So now answer this question. Give an experiment to show that 1/5 of the air is oxygen. Can we do this? Can we do this? So that is nothing but take a candle and fix it at the center of the glass vessel. Add some quantity of water in the vessel. Now place an empty dry glass jar over it. Mark 5 lines at an equal distance above the water surface. Now carefully light the candle and cover the glass jar. Wait for a few seconds and how the flame will be extinguished due to the absence of oxygen to burn. Now we can observe that the water level raised in the glass jar is 1/5 of the volume of the air present in the glass jar. This experiment shows that 1/5 of the air is oxygen. Okay, as you can see here, this is what you have to do. Take a glass, put some water, fix a candle, and just cover the candle with the glass jar. Okay, as you can see, the oxygen is converted into carbon dioxide, so this candle will go off and this water rises to 1/5. That means 1/5 of the air which is present, that is actually the oxygen. I hope it is clear to all of you, right? Is it clear to all of you? Let me know, students. That's great. That's great. So now other experiments we will be doing it in the next class. Okay, so if you want to learn more such things, you can join the crash course. I hope all of you know what is crash course. This is complete 1 week course where you will be getting 6 chapters in 6 days. Okay, and you'll be learning from teachers from IIT and NIT. Every day homework will be given, 2 tests will be conducted, one personal teacher will be assigned to solve your doubts at any time, and of course, we will provide the e-books as well. For all the chapters what we are teaching, we will be providing the study material. So how to join the crash course? So there is a link in your description box. In the description box, you can touch that link and pay the fees as per your grades. It may be 29, 49, 99 or 149. It completely depends on which grade you are in. So once your enrollment is done, you will get a call from our personal mentor teacher. So yes, as I always say at ODA class, learning is fun because here you can learn as well as you can earn. So when you join the crash course and when you come to the classes, you will get lots of coins which you can redeem for smart water bottles, smart watches, sound bars, and mobile phones, right? So hope to see you there in the crash course. I'll see you there. Until then, bye bye everyone. Take care.